For the first time in my life, I feel like during my self help and growth journey, I've actually had to go through some hard shit. Usually, it's been pretty easy for me just to choose to become a better person, whether that be in the gym and pushing myself and my body to its limits and whatnot. But now that I'm on this path towards more of a mental shift, more focusing on my mindset and what I want to do with my life, and kind of just like the essence of things and how they are, how I think about things in life, and what are my core beliefs, actually questioning myself and getting to the root of what most humans think of, the big questions like why am I here, what's my purpose, and larger thoughts about the world in itself. This has proven to be a real challenge for me, dude. I can't believe how much harder this is than literally destroying my body in the gym. That shit's easy for me. This stuff's been way harder to nail down the behaviors in myself that are keeping me from the goals I want to get to, and then having to do the exact opposite of what I feel like doing. So I just, getting myself towards the person I want to be mentally has become a lot harder than I thought it would compared to the physical aspect. Denying myself the way I usually act. I'm usually very socially anxious and would rather not send a message than to cause conflict. But in order to become the person I want to be, I need to be able to create conflict when I need to and stand up for myself and not be ran over. And that takes a lot for me to do that kind of stuff. And I'm just having to go through the growing pains of choosing myself over expectations of me from other people. Because it's my life. I'm the only one who's going to have to live with the consequences of it. So I would not want to live it for anyone else's, thoughts except mine. Part of me is really going down this path of wanting the most out of my life, and that takes a lot of sacrifice. And then it's conflicting with the old version of myself who never took sacrifices like that and was scared to go outside the social norm and would just do whatever everyone else tells him to do or is accepted. So I think the two versions of myself are kind of clashing, and I'm just having to go through the growing pains, and sometimes that's just how it is. One thing I wasn't ever prepared for about this mental growth aspect of growing in life was the way you have to mourn parts of yourself as if they have died. It is almost as if you are killing a past version of yourself when you choose to become the person you want to be in your life, when you choose to step into that role that you imagine the future version of yourself to be. You have to, in essence, put the old version of yourself in the casket. And mentally growing means questioning your beliefs and letting go of the old version of yourself, which means you have to face some uncomfortable truths and sometimes even losing part of your identity, which can be really hard if you've been a certain way for, let's say past 20 years, and you have to start taking steps to change your behavior patterns. You're going to stop being that person. And sometimes, obviously, you're growing towards a better end goal, but it's okay to mourn that sometimes and just to see why that person became that way and why you're growing to become a different person. You see a lot of things you never saw before about why you acted certain ways. Facing all those emotions up front, I would say, is a really good strategy rather than just suppressing them down and never actually fully understanding why you are who you are and how to get to where you want to go in life.